Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with co-host James Mason. Good morning, James. How are you doing today?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Have you been following the railroad strike possibility?
I've read about it. I haven't actually been following them.
So, S. John, in his great news feed, he mentioned that a couple days ago, and I started thinking about how devastating it would be. So I did a little digging into it, and now,
oh yeah, the rails, man, that's like the number one. Well, that's like the number one way to move cargo across the nation.
Well, they settled last night at 2:30 or 2:30 this morning. They came to an agreement, but they were saying that it would cost U.S. economy $2 billion a day. And I knew they were big, and I knew they were important, and they're moving stuff. But $2 billion a day. At that rate, you sit down and you go, okay, what do you guys want? We can't afford this. We have midterm elections coming up. What do you guys need? What do you guys want? And I just find it crazy. Like
when shit is already bad, that's when you stick it to them, get what you want.
but I think I read about what they were getting. The biggest thing they were getting is that because of the shortage of workers, they were just working these guys like dogs, or these rail workers like dogs, and they just wanted to be fairly compensated for being basically in the trenches during the last 2 years.
Hold up. Listen. I'll be honest. I don't care if this offends anybody. Let's not act like the people who work on the railroads for the railroads, and I ain't talking about like subcontractors. I'm talking about people who work for the railroad. Let's not act like people who work for the railroad are just down and out and just, oh shit, they're grinding us to the bone. Man, those pensions. Okay, put it this way. The railroad pension is probably one of the last best pensions to exist. And that was before whatever deal that just struck. People on the railroad were already making damn good money. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, hey, if you can go get more, go get it, man. I support you in that. Get what you can get. But man, to try to have a pity party and for the railroad to try to have a pity party, it's just ridiculous.
Well, I just, and I'm not trying to have a pity party, but I'm also understanding that if we are so dependent on what they provide and where our economy's at, this would not be something that you should be effing around with.
No, not at all. Like the railroad is seriously like the number one means of actually moving shit across the country. I mean, I know everybody thinks, truck drivers, because you see the trucking industry all day long as you just drive down the road. But people don't understand the significance of the railroad. Like if you control the railroads in a nation, you control logistics. What do you think? Like when you attack a nation, you blow up the railroads.
Well, that makes sense. Well, it was interesting to me to dig into a little bit, and I guess one of the catalysts that brought this deal forward was that President Biden literally made a phone call at 9:00 last night and got him on the phone and did a pitch, and then 5 hours later, the deal was done.
It's funny how it all works like that. I mean, not necessarily like the president making a call, but like how you could have these major deals that's going to be shutting down the literally economy, and then a couple hours later, it's resolved.
So it was interesting. So let's go on what's happening in the market today.
We might be just in a little funk where we're going to get maybe some chop. Really, my focus is more so on obviously today, just whatever happens today, but I'm actually more focused on tomorrow. Unless it's something wild happens that just creates a bullish catalyst, I'm expecting a sell-off tomorrow, if I'm just going to be honest.
I hate Friday sell-offs. Isn't tomorrow quad witching day also, and some serious option expiration dates?
I guess.
I think it is.
I'll be honest. I don't. I know when that. Well, when I say I know when that shit's coming up, like it's in the back of my mind, but I literally don't even put any thought to that stuff. All that shit, retail traders just kind of blow out of proportion. You'll see it everywhere. Quad witching day, all that. Man, y'all people don't even know what you're talking about. Get out of here. I'm being honest though. Like if you question them about it, they wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, what bothers me about a Friday sell-off is that it gives people to stew and build panic up over the whole weekend, and Monday can be a strong follow-up day. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, yesterday in the market overall was. I mean, it was kind of to be expected because the day before that we had that massive sell-off. So, we had a little green yesterday in the market, and that's why I just feel like, just based off of momentum and kind of just how these Wall Street algorithms work, after you have like a large daily sell-off on, say, like the SPY, it will have that little cooling down phase before it really unloads. And the same thing is true for like a bullish run. You guys will see those strong daily bullish like gap ups or reversals, and then it will like go choppy for like a few days, sometimes a week or two, and then it will break out again and just like shoot up. So that's really overall like what I'm looking for. And a lot of your trades right now are just gonna be influenced just by the weight of the market shifting and things selling off. So I'm sure I haven't looked at any railroad stocks, but I wouldn't be surprised if that tentative deal didn't kind of boost them up some.
I'm sure it did. The other one that U.S. natural gas prices, S. John shared in a post that they fell because the rail strike was averted. So that was when yesterday UNG took off, and so I haven't looked at it today, but that might play a role in their price today.
Yeah. So, all right. Let me see. I haven't had a chance to actually run through my watch list today. I've been in meetings this morning, so I'm kind of a little bit behind.
There's not a whole lot going on. I'm literally on my end. There's a couple bio stocks that I'm watching, and small cap land. There's one made a little run this morning, but it's dumped heavily around 7:00. That I picked up early on the radar, but there's nothing hot on the radar right now for me that I'm looking at.
I mean, anything that I want to talk about, I'm already in those trades and their alerts. So I mean, I can't really talk about it here. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just really watching overall market movement and following momentum. That's what this market is about right now. And man, did you see Kathy Woods? I read some article about it was late last night, about 2 a.m. when I read this. Like she just went on the biggest like dip buying, I guess, frenzy that she's ever been on, apparently.
Boy, okay. I mean, I understand buying the dip, but is this the full dip?
I don't know.
And the answer is probably not.
when you think about these big Wall Street money managers, and you actually like to look like at the ones who rose to fame, they really only rose to fame off of like one stock, one trade, and Tesla. Yeah, that's it. That's it for her. And then anything else is just horrible. But it's just like, wow, like you're in control of all of this money and you're worse than retail traders. Like seriously, like when we first started up TT, for whatever reason, we were probably about a year into like the TT group. I ain't even talking about the company. This is way before the company was ever even a thought. We would just start having like brokers and money managers trying to come in the group, trying to like talk shit, like thinking that they're going to talk down to me, whatever. And I would just be like, no, you're wrong. Like Apple's not going to do that. And they would swear on their lives, you know, just kind of like not like they would talk trash, but like not like talk trash like as in being degrading, but they basically try to like belittle not only me but like other members and shit because of like what they did and had a license. And there's not been a single damn time that they were ever freaking right. They were so horribly wrong. I would freaking call them out, and every time they would just remove themselves from the group. And so like I always just like find humor in that, because I've yet to come across a money manager who has, I ain't even talking about like just me, but like any other like skilled traders, like retail traders. I've never came across a money manager who I've seen directly go after a skilled retail trader, tell them that they were wrong, and that money manager actually be correct in the end. I've always seen them be horribly wrong, and then they disappear. But so like it's just kind of like comical that these people who you entrust with your money, you think that they, you know, you entrust them with your retirement or whatever it may be, and you think that, okay, I feel safe, I feel secure, they know what they're doing, they're professionals. Man, I'm telling y'all guys, most of those people, they can't do it themselves. And I mean, think about it, like if they're in control of, I don't know, just whatever amount of money that they have,
lots,
yeah, like if you really like look at them, chances are you're probably better off than them. And I'm not like taking like a personal dig on them, but if we're going to talk about like skill to skill level, there's people who you think ain't going to lose your money. Honestly, shit, you might stand just as much of a chance without really knowing how to trade to make or lose money as they do. Now, of course, they do, you know, more technical stuff, you know, with like hedging. That's actually like where their benefit comes in. You know, they understand how to hedge. But damn, their losses are bad. So yeah. As I'm going through, you know, my stuff over here, man, there really ain't crap going on. So let's hit the comments.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Brian Latchford, thank you for the tip, sir. Let's see. Hold on, I'm just running through comments. See what we got going on. S. John, you are the man. So on Friday, we're going to do something a little bit different. As you guys know, we're going to end up canceling the StockCast show and investing that time into the TTBB members and go live privately with them. There's just so much opportunity that we do miss out on, and we can't talk about so many trades because they're alerts. So
and that's the primary reason for this move, is that like for example, today you said, hey, I don't want to talk about the trades or alerts that people have paid for. So if we're doing it to our paid members, then we can openly talk about everything.
Yeah. And so we're going to actually do that on Discord. There's going to be a private channel just for them. It's going to be audio channel. And what's pretty cool is those audio channels have a chat room attached to them. So you guys will be able to ask those questions, and it would just give more direct access. And most of all, speed. The speed of being able to, us push out whatever we're saying right then without no 20-second delay, unlike with YouTube, but also to the speed of you being able to communicate with us as well.
Yeah, so we could literally be doing it. We could be in a live trade, and you could, see it live as it's happening at the moment.
Yeah. So hold on, I'm running through comments. Let's see. So good morning, everyone. Oh yeah, OPEC tomorrow. Yep. So, Justin, whoever you are, I have no idea what you're talking about. Teaching.
We were talking about quad witching. I think he made a. I think he took a swipe at us.
Oh well, guess what, Justin? Guess what, buddy? No one gives a fuck what you think. Too bad I'm not teaching anyways. I don't teach.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Justin. Boo.
It's more of a casual conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff, you do have to subscribe. Yes, you do.
Let's see.
I'll send you my link and get the commission affiliation commission before Jordan Garcia does. Jordan's probably already emailed him. Yeah, Brian, I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's a little more work on our end, but I think the value for our members is really good, especially people, a wide range of experience to novice, and the goal is to create an environment where people are sharing thoughts and ideas, and we're building a synergy effect, and that's hard to create. And if you have a good room, that would be awesome.
Yeah. One thing about the show is like, man, like running a show like this, man, I miss out on so many opportunities, and now I'll have shit going off to the side on another monitor, and I can't look at it because, I got a screen up with the show, and it makes things so much more challenging. But also too, like, it just feels like there's a buffer between us and everyone else who we're trying to communicate with, like within YouTube. I mean, that's the buffer. YouTube it's just challenging with YouTube.
Yep. We're about 8 minutes away from the start of the market.
All right. So yeah, I'm just seeing like casual conversation more so in the comments, but yeah, other than that, guys, it's about following momentum in the market, and don't get so caught up on what these like big whales, these big money managers are doing with the money that they control. If it was that easy, like especially with like these politicians who take trades. So if you guys, know, which I'm sure, most of y'all do, they have up to 45 days to report their trades, to file those 13Fs. And by the time you hear about it, it's too late. They've been in that thing. They've made the move. And when retail finds out about it, they throw their money on top of it. And that makes them rich. I mean, it's kind of like like front load. It's a legal way to front load, essentially.
They're exiting when you are entering.
Yes, exactly. If it was that easy to quote unquote follow the money, if you just wanted to wake up one day and just start being rich, that's what you would do. But guess what? That's not how it works. So, all right, everybody. With that being said, that is all I have for today. Todd, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. Or less than 7.
All right. So, everybody, man, just trade safe. If you're trading options, premiums getting chopped around are just going to die. So you have to buy time on those contracts. Like there's no way around it. I mean, if you're trying to scalp, if you're skilled enough to scalp, and I ain't talking about like skilled enough as in you had a couple lucky trades, but if it's something you can do, then more power to you. But scalping's even hard in choppiness when you're trying to do it with premiums, like options, because man, there's so much more that goes into it than just momentum of the overall underlying stock. So with that being said, y'all trade safe, and we will see y'all in the next one.